Today, I'm going to reveal my full portfolio for 2025. I have plays in my portfolio I expect to have 10x potential. I'm also going to tell you when I plan on exiting this cycle. To be honest with you, it's looking increasingly likely I will be exiting this cycle far sooner than anyone is expecting. Before we start, please remember that nothing in this video is financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. So I'm going to start off this video by first sharing my portfolio and telling you how much money I expect to make from it. Okay, so firstly, over the summer, I accumulated a lot of Solana. The reason I did that was for two reasons. I tend to look at the charts for hours a day just to study them, and I picked up on something when I was looking at the Solana Ethereum chart. I noticed that when the market was dumping, this still managed to stay strong, and that shouldn't really be the case because Solana is supposed to be more risky than Ethereum, and people sell the riskier things when the market dumps because they flee to safety. And to me, that was a clear indication that there was some sort of invisible hand that was propping up Solana, and it was more naturally bullish when compared to Ethereum. So currently around 55% of my portfolio is in Sol. I'm very happy to keep it that way for the rest of the cycle. I think the meta of Solana memes is not just going to vanish. So for me, this is a shovel play. Anytime someone new wants to come in and play the Solana memecoin game, they're going to have to pump my bags. Now, as for my price predictions for Solana, and when I plan to get out, I'm going to share some insane information to you right now. Do you know what multiplier X Ethereum did from bottom to top last cycle? It was around 53x. If we apply this number to Solana, we get a price target of around $430. It is my belief that holding Solana beyond this point where it does a 53x in a cycle is very high risk because that's the level where Ethereum topped. And if you think about what led to this rally with QE and COVID and all those stimulus checks, it's too risky to be holding beyond a $430 Solana. But I do think it is possible that Sol can break past $430, especially if Bitcoin is going past 160k. So what I will do is, once it's at $430 and starts going past it, I'll switch into capital preservation mode and start DCing out my Solana over 30 days. So every day I'll just wake up and sell 3% per day as it climbs past 430. If it gets to say $550 and stops, and then it comes back down under $430, I'm setting a stop loss to 100% get me out of all of my Solana, no matter what. But if you want my Moonboy price prediction for Sol, let's think back to 2021 and think about where Bitcoin topped. Everyone's consensus price target for Bitcoin was 100k. For Sol, it's $1,000 this cycle. If we apply where Bitcoin topped in 2021, so around 64k and 69k, we can say that Sol's final price prediction for this cycle is either $640 or $690. Now, if you're asking me what's going to happen to your Solana memes in this case, let's just say you're probably going to be browsing for supercars. Solana added $70 billion to its market cap, and it ended with a mania in March of 2024. Imagine when it adds another $100 billion to the market cap. If it goes to my final price prediction and adds $200 billion to its market cap, the pumps on Solana memes would be biblical. But what I want you to do is burn these three numbers into your mind, share this video with a friend, because when Solana reaches these sorts of levels, it will be the most obvious top signal you can ask for. But let's talk about you. Solana is up 10x in 12 months. These are no longer investable levels. That means something you buy and hold for a long time. Anyone who tells you that now is a good time to start a new Solana position is delusional. The last investable time to buy this was during the August 5th crash, which I bought and called. I really do think it's too late to buy this and get just a 2x. There's far better opportunities out there. Which brings me to the next coin in my portfolio, which is Bonk. I called Bonk in premium at 1800 and then added more at 2200. I called it on YouTube at 2200 on this video where I explained the full American retail thesis. I'm telling you just so it's transparent what my entry is. Now since then, a lot of people ask me, would you rather hold with Pepe or Bonk? Now that they've all gotten Coinbase listings, doesn't that affect your thesis? So if we compare Pepe to Bonk, it's 3.6 times bigger, which means it'll take a lot more effort to push it. If we take a look at WIF, it's bigger than Bonk, but it's also got a major flaw, which is the unit bias. I've been in crypto for a long time, and I know how market caps and units work. And even to me, psychologically, a $20 whiff sounds really expensive. Imagine what a retail user would think when they have the option of buying one whiff for $4 or thousands of Bonk for $20. And the thing is, me and you know that market cap is what matters, but that's not how retail thinks. They think completely different to us. In fact, it was through a conversation in real life where I knew I had to buy Bonk down here, and I put serious money into this over here as well. And because of that, Bonk is now 10% of my portfolio. I thought to myself, okay, if I were to swap Bonk now, what else in this market cap range has as much fundamentals as this one? And I could not find a single opportunity better than Bonk. If you missed my call on Bonk on the YouTube channel, you need to subscribe with notifications on. But if you're looking for an entry, I am seeing weakness on the low time frames. Of course, it's a lot stronger than regular coins, but there is still a potential this can correct really big and give you a good entry. I think with a meaningful Bitcoin pullback, we could see an impulse to the downside. I would skip the 4-hour trend for now because it's gone too high, and look at this 2600s consolidation for an entry. I believe if you can get Bonk over here, not financial advice, it could be a comfortable cycle hold of 7 to 10x. Again, not financial advice, not telling you what to do with your money. Now, I'm also going to be telling you what to do if I was holding mid to large caps in this range that aren't even really pumping, even with Bitcoin at 90k in just a couple of minutes. Okay, Degen is next to my portfolio. It's 8% of my portfolio. I'll tell you in a minute if you can still buy this. I'll provide some analysis and price targets. But currently, the strength of this coin is ludicrous. I call this right over here at the bottom, released a full detailed report, and currently it's a full 3.5x. And I've made several people 6 figures on this token now. It wasn't one of those throw $100 in and see what happens type of plays. I was telling people, look, Bonk and Degen are a real part of my portfolio, and the way they're pumping, they allow me to win early in the cycle. If you can win big early in the cycle, it's game, set, and match. You don't have to stress and hold during the riskiest periods of the market. Currently, Degen and Bonk make up almost 18% of my entire net worth. This call was really insane. Take a look at Bitcoin's daily candle today, and then take a look at Degen's daily candle today. It's got monster strength. In terms of when to buy Degen, to be honest with you, it's probably gone. Even if it comes back to the 4-hour trend retest, that's above a 2.5x from where we bought. And as I said, a lot of people just in premium alone have made a lot of money on this, and you don't want to get dumped on buying up here. So what I'm going to have to do is, I'm going to have to find something else and share that with you. It will take a bit of time, but God willing, I'll be able to deliver something. In the meanwhile, keep an eye on Bonk and see if that gives a flush. Next up, we've got Casper over here, which is a really small percentage of my portfolio now because I de-risked some during the KRC20 launch. I thought if that goes really wrong, it's going to dump. And secondly, because the dominance has been nuking 50%. So the percentage allocation has been reduced because of how much the other things are pumping, and also because of its dominance dumping like this. Now, I have a full video lined up on Casper, and in that video, you'll find my verdict on if I decide to keep it or swap it for another play. It will come out mid next week. I've got a lot of research to do regarding tier 1 exchange listings and the limitations a coin can get to without a tier 1 listing like Coinbase or Binance. And I will use that research to finalize my decision. I know that I recently just got listed on Kraken, but I think Binance is really important for Casper. You can't see it over here, but I'm also holding 2% in ticker Bitcoin, Harry Potter, Obama, Sonic 10 Inu. The main reason I bought this is because I just want more exposure to meme coins in my portfolio. I'll explain why in a second. I'm also holding one more meme coin in here with explosive 30x potential. You can find it in premium, but I have to warn you, it's a very high risk, very high reward. I'm still accumulating it, and I want cheaper prices to buy it at. So in a nutshell, here's my portfolio structure. I have over 50% in Solana as a shovel play for this cycle. I have a small amount in Casper, which I'll make a video on for you. I have around 20% total in meme coins. I have about 9% in USDT. I have 15% in Ethereum. Now, luckily for you, I still have motivation from this 24% of my portfolio, the USDT and the Ethereum. So I'm really excited and motivated to find a great play to hold for this cycle using this money. And I'm going to share it with you. I also have my eye on something where if it gives entry, I'm going to add it to my portfolio. It has crazy potential and a great narrative. I'm just waiting for an opportunity that makes sense before I bring it to you. But enough about me. Let's talk about you and your portfolio and what the playbook is going forward. I believe going forward, my portfolio will be 50% Solana and 50% meme coins. The reason this portfolio will be so aggressive is because I think we're in the early stages of season. You can already see how strong this token is, by the way. If you go to the others BTC chart, you can basically see that, look, we're at the cycle bottoms. If there's a time to be aggressive, it's now. I remember last cycle, people would join the markets here and be like, the people who bought down here were so lucky. I wish I could have bought there. You make the most money when you go hyper aggressive at stages like this, which is what we're in now. Typically, what retail does is when they feel confident after prices have gone up a lot, that's when they start being aggressive. So that's one reason why my portfolio will be structured like that, 50% Solana and 50% memes. The second reason is because I believe many people in this market will not be able to overcome the mental barrier of buying memes with such a large percentage of their portfolio. Here's a comment I got on my video and I was like, this is my portfolio. These are serious picks. And he thought I was just buying Bonk as like a throwaway play. No, I put serious money behind it. Now, let me ask you a question. Why are you in crypto? It's because you want to make money. That's the same reason as everyone else. During the real alt season and the final stage of the bull run, people drop the facade of caring about fundamentals and FOMO and greed completely consumes them. So much so that they'll do things where 2 months ago, if they think they were crazy. I'm thinking that given that meme dominance is only 3% of this market and they represent the purest form of making money in crypto, it makes sense that this dominance will only increase, making meme coins the easiest sector to make money in. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying go and full port some trash Solana meme coins. I'm saying things like Bonk, Pepe, With will outperform mid-caps like Injective, Link, Dot, and even ICP. I know it doesn't sound good to hear this or sound comfortable, but the market is already proving what it wants. And my goal is to sincerely help you win, not tell you what you want to hear. Now, here's the dilemma we need to work through together. What do you do if you're still holding these larger caps and you're like, okay, I see the case for meme coins now. I understand why retail would want them. But look how expensive these are now. And look how much damage I have in my portfolio and how much mental pain I've been through holding these for the last 7 months and not even being rewarded for it. Now here I can think of two things. I think it is possible that right now the market is a little drunk after the Pepe and With listings on Coinbase. And in that case, utility will catch up, allowing an opportunity for swaps. If I identify this taking place, I'll make a tweet about it, so follow me on X. The second thing is, if we get massive impulses to the downside, remember Bitcoin can still correct to 80k and be really bullish, you will get entry on these top meme coins. Again, another opportunity to swap. If there's something I learned from 2021, it's that crypto always gives you a second chance. People think meme coins are too risky, but when the bear market hits, all of these coins are going to go down minus 90%. So we might as well position ourselves in the things that are going to pump whilst the market is good. Okay, now let me share something quite personal with you. This was a thesis I wrote out on Miggles after doing research on Base on the 24th of October. This was literally $1 million idea. Look at the date over here and then look at the chart. But I got greedy with the entry. And look at the market cap now, and then look at the run that it's had. If this goes to Coinbase, it's a $5 billion coin. And my idea would have been worth $5 million. Pause the video, just take a read of this. Can you imagine the potential of this channel if I continue to bring you things like this? It's not always going to work out, but the one time something like this does work out, it can bring literal life-changing opportunities. Sooner or later, things are going to click and you don't want to miss anything on this channel when it happens. People are constantly asking me, when's the next pick? The thing is, this sort of research takes so much time, so You're going to have to be patient with my research, but it's only a matter of time before things like this start coming through and I start executing. Now, remember I said crypto always gives you a second chance. It does, except when it's time to sell. You don't get a second chance. I am making changes to my daily routine now to make sure I don't miss any major top signals that we get. When I feel as though this market is getting frothy, I'm going to make a video letting you know, okay, it's time to be getting out and taking profits. There's no way I'm letting anyone in my community round trip a whole cycle. Even if you can get a 7x in your portfolio right now, and you can get another 7x next cycle, you do the math and think about how much money that is for you. And finally, check out Premium. It's a great service. My entire focus for the next 12 months is just to find the best altcoins and share that research on Premium, share it on this channel, and get out when the time is to get out. I'll leave the link to this in the pinned comments. If you want to pay by crypto, join the Discord and go to the crypto payment channel. Go over here to the bottom where it says crypto payment. Click over here, and then you can just go ahead and create a ticket, and the team will get back to you. Thanks for watching.